Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, kindly hit the subscribe button. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to watch my videos. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make puff puff and also a technique that will help you to mold your puff puff very well. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. So first of all, I'm going to be showing you the ingredients as usual. We are going to be using some all-purpose flour, yeast. I used active yeast for this recipe, but you can also use your normal yeast. The next one is nutmeg, sugar, and a little salt. Now we'll start by mixing the ingredients. I used 2 cups of flour. The full list of the ingredients will be in the description below. Do well to check it out. After adding the flour, I added my nutmeg, and then I go in with my sugar. After that, I added a little salt, and then I added my yeast. If you are using the normal yeast that is not an active yeast, you have to prove it first. You can prove it by adding your yeast in a bowl and add a little sugar, then add warm water and leave it to prove for some minutes. Now it's time to mix. You can mix with your hands or you can use a spatula if you have one. If you are mixing with your hands, make sure you wash your hand very well and dry it before mixing. After mixing it properly, it's time to add your water. For this recipe, I used warm water. Make sure your water is not too hot. If not, it's going to spoil your puff puff. I added my water bit by bit and then mix. Keep adding your water and mixing until you get a consistency that is not too hard and not too soft, just as you are going to see in this video very soon. This was how mine turned out. If you have a spatula, you can use it because this can be very messy. After mixing, cover it up with a food wrap and keep it in a warm temperature or in a warm room and leave it for about 15 to 20 minutes. I came back 15 minutes later and this is how it looks. It is now double the size. So now I'm going to turn to remove the excess bubbles in it. And now it is ready to go into the oil. So for the technique that I used, I learned this from TikTok. For this hack, you are going to be putting your puff puff mixture in a nylon. After putting it into the nylon, you are going to tear the nylon a bit and press it into the oil from there so your hand doesn't get that messy. My oil was already heating up. Before you start putting in your puff puff, make sure the oil is hot, but not too hot. I put in this first one to test the oil, but it was not hot yet. So this is how the nylon technique works. You tear the nylon a bit and start pressing it in bit by bit. Make sure you have enough oil that will be enough to deep fry your puff puff. Turn from time to time so one side doesn't get burnt. When your puff puff turns brown, bring them out from the oil and put them in a place where the excess oil can drip off or dry. This is how our puff puff turned out. It was so nice and tasty. If you watched up to this point and you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button to join this family, okay? Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video.